So today, some of you are asking me how to use a double number line in order to find the ratios that we're studying. So here's what we have. I made up a question. In an animal shelter, 8 cats are adopted for every 2 dogs, okay? So that looks like this as a ratio. And just write that out for you. 8 to 2. Okay, remember a ratio is just a comparison of 2 numbers. It's a fraction that follows special rules. Okay, so 8 cats are adopted for every 2 dogs. If 56 cats are adopted, let me just move this over just a touch so you can see it better. So if 56 cats are adopted, remember this is our cats here. Cats. And we're doing dogs in yellow. Dogs. So I'll say equals 56. And then in place of dogs over here on the right hand side of the equal sign, I will put just a question mark. That is what I have to find. Now, our book is telling us that we can use a double number line, which is just one number line here, on top of another number line here. It's a comparison of the 2 number lines to find our ratio. Okay, so I have 8 to 2. That's where I started off. I labeled this number line 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 8 is 24, plus 8 32, plus 8 40, plus 8 48, plus 8 56. Okay, I can stop at 56 because that's where they're asking me. If 56 cats were adopted in 1 week, how many dogs were adopted? So down here on the dogs number line, I say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, because it says for every 8 cats, 2 dogs. So I come down here, I get even with 56 right here. I get the number 14, and I know I can stop there. Now, can I have done this a different way? Most certainly I could have. We're going to just shrink that down just a touch and shrink this down. Well, I hope it will cooperate with us. Okay, so how else can I get this? Let's look at our 8 to 2 ratio here. 8 to 2 equals 56. And remember, when we have story problems, we have to label them. So here's our cats. And remember, we also keep, if we decide that cats go on top, dogs always go on the bottom, and cats always go on top. All right, so 8 to 2, 56. Okay, I can say how many times can 8 be divided into 56? 7. So 8 times 7 is 56. Therefore, because of the whiny kid rule, 2 times 7 gives me 14. So there are 2 ways to answer this. 8 to 2 equals 56 to 14. Can I check my answer? Most certainly I can. I can definitely make sure my answer is correct. Let's just slide everything else out of the way for a minute. All right, number line. You've got to find another place to go. It must be locked in place. All right, if you recall, we can do our little fancy method where we can cross multiply, crisscross multiply, as y'all are fond of saying. Crisscross multiply. Okay, 8 times 14 and 2 times 56. I should get 112. We'll see if I'm right. I guess that. 56 times 2, 6 times 2 is 12, 5 times 2 is 10, 112. Okay, so that's 112 here. And 8 times 14, 14 times 8. This is how I will prove that my answer is correct. 4 times 8 is 32, 3, 8 plus 3 is 11. 112. 112 equals 112. Therefore, my ratios are equivalent. Remember, equivalent means equal. And therefore, my answer must be correct. My answer is 8 to 2 equals 56 to 14. So, in an answer to that question, I would say, if 56 cats were adopted, then 14 dogs were adopted that week. 14 dogs. Remember, we're also practicing answering incomplete sentences. 14 dogs were adopted that week. Now, to be proper grammar, we would have to spell out the word 14. So to give you the correct example, we'll just go ahead and erase that and spell out the word 14. F-O-U-R-T-E-E-N. 14 dogs were adopted that week. That would be your correct answer.